We're canning peaches today. So I'm going to show you the first process. Canning is a two-person job. Sorry, but it is. It's just all about timing. You've got to do like an assembly line type thing. But the prep work for peaches isn't really a time pressure thing. It's just getting it taken care of. So Kyle, we rinsed our pears. I'm sorry, we rinsed our peaches. Okay, so I forgot to mention it's important to have the proper tools. And what we found worked best when scooping the peaches out of the boiling water so that we could put them into the ice water were slotted spoons. And we have a regular slotted spoon, and we found this pasta spoon that's very good too. It's nice and deep. And when we put the peaches in the water, we used a ladle, and the two spoons, we could just dump as many peaches in at once as we could because they all have to cook for 60 seconds. And then whip them out with the slotted. And the slotted spoons then drains the hot water so that you don't ruin the ice water. It's important to have a lot of bowls. There are many bowls going on here. There's the bowl with the lemon water. There's the ice water. There's the bowl of the peaches that we're going to can. Beauty. There's even a bowl of the peaches that didn't work out. That's the sad bowl. So we're almost ready to start our canning process. This water is finally going to boil, and we will film that sort of in a second. The canning process, we keep our jars in the dishwasher. I run it through a very fast load. That warms up the jars. Some people like to put their jars with hot water in the oven, but that just seems like a lot of trouble. So I just try and keep the jars warm in the dishwasher. And then we're going to take our peaches that we've done our thing with. You want to place them in the warm jars, pit side down. Where we've pulled the pit, we're going to put it down like that. And then Kyle is going to put in the light sugar sauce. I made it as light as possible because the peaches are pretty darn sweet. And you really want to try and push those peaches down. Get the maximum amount of peaches in there. And then he's going to fill up the jars with the sauce so that it comes just to about there, so that you have a ½ inch of space. Did you wipe it off? And did you get the bubbles out? You didn't get the bubbles out.
I missed a couple
He
steps.
did this last time. You really have to watch this guy. It's so hard to get good help.
It's hard to get good help,
And
especially
so-
for free.
It's important to work quickly because you want the jars to stay, if not hot, then warm, so that they don't break when you put them in the hot bath. So it is a bit of a process. So you might put just a little bit more juice in there. I'm fussy. My poor
You
friend.
think?
I'm a little fussy. Okay, so you're gonna push down on the peaches and get as many of the bubbles out of there as you can. I think it has something to do with preserving it properly. Of course, if I was into science, I could explain to you exactly why we have to get all the bubbles out. But the Farm Wench isn't into science. We know that. Okay, so I got most of the bubbles out. We're going to put the lid on so that it's secure, but not uber tight. It doesn't have to be like what I call man grip tight. And then, just like that, we're going to put it over here. This takes 7 jars. And then we will show Kyle putting the jars in the hot bath. I make him do it because I'm too scared, plus it's too heavy, and the water scares me. The boiling, absolute boiling water just scares the pants off me. Will you get the bubbles out of there? Don't forget to get the bubbles out. Now, I was going to use my pressure cooker canner because I thought it would be a faster process, but I looked it up and it's not. I seem to recall doing applesauce last year, and it was a lot faster, but I don't know, maybe peaches are different because there's a more liquid involved. I don't know. The hard part was getting that water, that big amount of water, to boil. It was a lot of water. So it took some time. Did you get the bubbles out?
Yeah.
You're better off wiping it after you get the bubbles out.
What's that?
Because you're gonna splash some of that stuff in. Did you get the bubbles? I didn't see you get the bubbles out.
I just shook it.
That doesn't
All
do,
right.
you gotta use this thing. See, look, bubbles, bubbles. You even have your own chopstick. You must follow instructions. Why do you have to be so difficult?
Farm Wench or Farm Bit? Oop, never mind.
I think that's maybe a
G-rated side.
new name.
No,
for the
don't listen to
site.
them. Don't listen to them. Men.
Then she says, "Min."
My girlfriends wouldn't talk to me like that. Okay. So now
Did you get the bubbles out?
I got the bubbles out.
You sure? I
I'm
think I see a
good.
bubble.
I'm good at getting the bubbles out. I shudder to think what would happen if we didn't get the bubbles
Okay.
out. Oh, we need one more.
We need one
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So this is why you need me, is to be able to count.
It helps.
And then you're going to
Squish it
finally find a way to make me useful, is that because I can lift heavy objects.
You're gonna
I'm
lift
not
the
very
heavy
good-
object.
Not very good for many things, but I can lift heavy objects.
Kyle is good for many things. Oops. He helped me pick wild blackberries last week and figs from my neighbor's tree. And he made some banana bread today that was to die for. Okay, getting the bubbles out. So, as you can see, we can fit 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've already done one batch.
Now, I get to put
Get
the
your kitten mittens
I get to
on.
put on the kitten mittens.
Got the kitten mittens. They're nice and
Every
high.
man should have a set of kitten mittens to wear.
Okay, this is the scary part.
It's the part that's don't let it touch the sides. It's like I told her it was just like putting in rods in a nuclear reactor.
It's exactly like that.
If you do it wrong, we'll all die.
So, because we're at 1900 feet, instead of 20 minutes, we're going to do 25 minutes. We'll let you know what we get when we're done. Okay, so this is the scary part. The other parts were scary too, but this is the...
Because if I touch the sides, the reactor will explode. Carefully, 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 carefully.
Don't even look at it.
Don't even look at it. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. There should be suspenseful music playing now.
Well done. See, Kyle's great for a lot of things. So Kyle, you take the wheel, and I'm going to show how we
Let's take the kitten mittens off first.
take your kitten mittens off. So what we're going to do, we don't want to move them around. You don't want to jostle them.
And what happens if you jostle them?
I'm not
They'll get-
sure.
Yeah, they'll get bruised.
I'm
They'll
sure it
bruise
has-
the jars.
Yeah, there's something scientific about it.
Yeah,
Again, we don't do science. So you're not supposed to move the jars for 12 hours. So what I do is to save on counter space, I put them on cutting boards, and those we can move in one fell swoop over there to the counter where they can sit for the day, and I don't have to work around them. Let me correct that. I'm not going to be moving them. Kyle's going to move them. Because
Yes,
he
see,
is the strong man.
I have a few good attributes, and being able to lift jars is one of the things I can
He's
do.
very useful.
I'm useful.
Now I do see some bubbles riding up there, but I don't think that can be prevented. It is what it is. We did the best we could. And some of these jars don't seem full enough. Again, this is on the Farm Wench site, it's all experimental. But I think they're going to make good Christmas gifts. Now we're going to lay down for a little nap because we are utterly exhausted. Thanks for joining us. And we still have quite a few peaches left, but we're too tuckered out to can them all. So the man at Rolling Hills Farm who sold me these beautiful babies. And there are a certain kind of peach that are good for canning. I forget what they're called, but you can look it up. Anyway, he said, all you really have to do to preserve them, if you have a big freezer, and I do, is, you know, cut them up. I did take the skin off, but I don't think you have to. And put a little lemon juice in there, and keep them from browning. And just kind of put them in a plastic freezer bag. Air out, and you're ready for freezing. And you can grab them to make pies or anything you wish to do with them. That's the short and easy way to take care of your peaches.